Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Pop Off Pod. I think it's episode 4. So today I have a very special guest.
Hello.
Her name is Miss Gwen. So we're gonna just, I guess, chit-chat a little bit because honestly, I met you out and I don't know that much about you, even though... literally, our energy just, matches, and we've always just vibed, but we don't know that much about each other, I feel like. So now I get to question you. Yeah, you're a stranger.
I'm excited.
The way me and Gwen met is kind of funny, because honestly, I don't even know if you remember how we met.
I don't remember. Hold on.
I figured you wouldn't. So, I met you whenever you were out with our friend Allie.
Okay.
And you were on shrooms with her. And you and Allie were tripping, but I matched your energy sober. So we became friends because literally, I was on one, but I was sober. And
was this at Casa?
No, it was at Hi-Fi. So
yeah, I definitely don't remember this.
It was really funny.
I bet. Okay.
No, you were
that's so funny.
You were vibing, and I was just dancing, and I was just I turned to you and Allie, and I was like, I actually am a crackhead. How is my energy sober just like this?
Oh,
I'm matching your vibe.
Actually, I think I remember this.
Yeah, because that's the first day I ever met you, and Allie introduced us. But
okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I feel like we need to do a Q&A because we love each other, but we don't.
We do.
We just need to know more about each other. So where did you grow up? And did you ever move around? Did you grow up with brothers and sisters? Do you have a big family, a small family?
I grew up in Los Angeles, and I have one younger full brother and then 2 younger half brothers. But the half brothers live in Indonesia, so I'm not super close with them. They're also 12 years younger than my other brother.
Wait, they're from? Do they live near Bali?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Do you ever visit them?
I visit them
moving this.
Kind of rarely. I go once in a while because Indonesia was super strict about COVID when it was a thing, so it wasn't the restrictions weren't.
Oh, I didn't know it was like that.
So, but it's been a couple of years since then. So I've been to Indonesia since then, but I don't see them very often because my stepmom hates me. But I mean,
wait, what?
Yeah, there's major beef in the family.
I don't see them often. My mom hates me.
Well, she doesn't. Okay, I don't think she hates me. Well, no, yes, I do think she hates me, but I think she hates me for it's for no reason. It's very unreasonable reasonings because I've never done anything to her. It was just kind of
Is it just because you're not really her? I don't know her.
I think it has.
Kid.
If we're gonna get if we're gonna get really psychological with it, I'm gonna say it's because I'm my dad's only daughter, and so when they got married, it would the attention wasn't all on her. That's getting really diving deep into the psyche or whatever, but I didn't ever do anything to her. She just hated me off the bat, and we don't really talk much, but every birthday she texts me and says happy birthday from her and my brother and stuff. But it's that's it. We don't say happy new year, it's literally just birthdays, and that's it.
That's so sad because I feel your relationship could be different if she put in the effort to
for sure.
I don't know. Not me chewing on this cookie right now. Yeah, so we got crumble cookies.
I'm gonna try and check
them. It looks like we already devoured them.
They're gonna fall out, but we got a red velvet.
I'll show you.
Brownie, I think is this one.
Oh my god, it's falling apart. And then a double chocolate thing.
A Pop-Tart and then just milk chocolate. And they're gas.
Oh, crumble always hits.
They're hitting this.
I don't know how.
Okay, can't put it there.
Just it's the crumble in front of us. Honestly, it might do everybody a favor. It shouldn't even be on camera.
No, literally, of the neck up, or the neck down, just covered.
So, I guess speaking of your childhood, what was your childhood dream? When you were a kid, what did you want to do? And is it kind of the same as what it was today?
I think I wanted to be a singer. I think I wanted.
Yeah, me
it was
too.
It was the Hannah Montana era. So I was Mom, I'm gonna be a pop star. I can't sing for shit.
Why did we all think that?
It was the Disney
I did
Channel
talent
dream.
shows. It was sang.
I did choir.
Me too.
And what's it called? Theater in middle school.
I insisted on my mom putting me in acting classes and all this stuff because I knew I thought I was gonna be the next Hannah Montana.
So there were these casting calls that Disney used to hold.
The casting Disney
And
calls.
so I remember my mom, I vaguely remember this. My mom, like, took me to one of them because I think my mom eventually, like, was like, yeah, let's do this because, like, for the money or whatever.
What do you do at them?
And we were supposed to, like, you're supposed to literally be in front of a camera and they give you 10 seconds to do this in front of, like, 300 other children. Like, walk up, you say your name, you say where you're from, and then you do, a talent or something like that. From what I remember.
What did you do for your talent? Did you sing?
This is the funniest thing. My mom took me to
I would cry.
My mom took me to one of those auditions. I got in line to, like, because it was, like, a single file line. And then when you're done, you just, like, walk off, and then you move up, and, like, that whole thing. When it got to my turn, I literally looked at the camera, and I go, and I ran. I shit you not. And my mom literally got so pissed because we waited for, like, hours. We waited for literal hours.
What would you have done? Like, did you practice?
No. There were kids doing fucking, like, there were girls who, like, who were obviously dancers, and they fucking would do all this, like, whack-ass shit. So you were
seeing their stuff, and you were like...
I'm standing there, I'm like, first of all, I'm pretty sure I had bangs at the time. Like, no.
Not me trying to cover mine.
I'm talking with no volume in my hair, like, straight jet black hair, like, no eyebrows, because I'm, like, 8 or 9 at this
me too. In the side bangs, too, the side swept ones, I did that.
They would never have put me on Disney Channel. They wouldn't, like, looking back at the photos of when I thought that this was, like, my time, and, like to be, like...
my era.
The next Demi Lovato, or the next, like, fucking Selena Gomez, like, that kind of thing, and then I'm like, I have zero acting talent, I have zero... singing talent. I have very minimal dance talent. I thought that I had it though.
Like I thought that without any like practice or anything, I was just naturally.
I also during that exact same time, I also thought that I was going to be the one to marry Justin Bieber.
Me too. No, I'm not even kidding. I have a letter to myself that I wrote at 13 years old and at my 5th grade like end of the year thing that was shipped to us when we graduated.
Oh, was it like that like a time capsule? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I wrote myself one that I still have to this day too, but. Each and every one of them say, I hope that I was Justin Bieber's One Less Lonely Girl, and are you married to him yet? Because I actually thought that I was, like, going to marry that man. And at every concert, do you remember the rage, like, that would fill you when you weren't chosen? Like, I would be sick every time. They were like, that's the One Less Lonely Girl, and she was out, and I'm
they
like...
get flowers, and they get fucking, like they get to touch him.
What did I pay for?
They literally get to touch him or whatever, and, like...
He would sing to them on stage.
I would pay, not even I would pay, I would cut off my leg for there to be a Justin Bieber Eras tour. Because I feel like
when him and Haley divorce.
Yes, I feel like he's going to do it once him and Haley divorce, because if you think about it, am I going to get sued for saying what I'm about to say?
Here's the thing. Do you think that, like, they're going to get divorced? Because I do.
I think they're going to get divorced because they just hit 5 years.
I think she's going to travel with a kid.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
She's gonna get pregnant. She's gonna get pregnant. They're gonna start fighting, and then it's gonna go down.
He's not gonna make her get an abortion. He's just not going to. He needs to take a page out of Drake's book and like just put some hot sauce in that condom. Like they don't wear condoms. They're married.
I didn't even think of that.
What, the hot sauce?
Yeah. He can't do it. He can't do it.
He's too much.
He's trapped in.
He's too much a man of God to do that. He wouldn't. And
well, he probably wants kids.
He does want kids. He wants to be a dad. The whole spiel.
And it sucks because I wanted to be his
hot dad.
He's gonna be a really cute dad, but I just didn't envision him and Haley, like in the end.
She planned that.
She
planned and forced.
She had to have paid.
Yeah, do you guys think that she planned it? Cause
yes. Like, I'm not gonna doubt that they probably don't have love for each other, because when you're like basically having a forced
and they're together all the time,
and like and
my hair right now is so knotted. I can't.
She doesn't seem like a devil. Like, she doesn't seem like a bad person. It's just like I don't think he likes her.
I
think
that she annoys him.
Yes, like I think that because she tries. She tries so hard, even when she's trying to be like nonchalant. She tries too hard to be nonchalant, and I'm like. You had your one thing, and it was the nails, and I fucking hated it when I had them. Like,
her nails were like, what was it? Like double coated something.
It was like the glazed donut nails, and I'm like,
and then she had
donuts. Great bitch, you invented glazed donut nails.
But now she ran with that. With her road, it's like glazed.
Yeah, she's okay.
She's like road beauty glazed
your skin
donuts.
Is amazing without makeup. You're literally rich as fuck. I would hope your skin looks good without makeup. Like,
yeah.
You a lot of money.
I actually heard a lot of her skincare ended up not to shit on her this whole podcast. But
I'm just really passionate about this because I'm like a conspiracy theorist when it comes to like celebrities, because like I have no life, and it's like, so when I think about this shit, I'm
I love hearing tea.
I envision myself
about
like
celebs.
in the situation, but like what was I saying? Holy fuck.
about her skincare.
Her products. I have a nut allergy, and like you're supposed to like disclose when something has nuts in it, and she never disclosed that there were nuts in some of her products, and like a bunch of people who had like nut allergies had allergic reactions.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's like, and
that's really bad.
You're supposed to first of all disclose that there's nuts in the product.
That's actually really bad because nut allergies are not to fuck with. Like, at all.
Hold on, that reminds me of a story. I was like, I'm sorry I'm talking so much, and I forgot we're, like, literally doing a podcast.
And that reminds me of a story, and you're like, oh, wait.
Well, so, do you guys remember the chocolate bar shrooms that were going around for, like, a fat minute, like, before summer?
Yes.
No.
That's what, like...
Is that what I did?
Everyone was doing the shrooms,
okay, so
like,
I did
summer
them.
Hit, and so...
They're the ones I did in Sedona, then.
My friend who, like, acquired these, was also giving them... One night, we were just at a table, we were drunk as fuck, and he just looks at me and he goes, open your mouth. And I go, I don't want any more champagne, because I thought he was trying to baby bird me or, like, pour some champagne in my mouth, and I was like, I'm drunk as fuck, I don't want that. He goes, no, it's not champagne, open your mouth. And I was like, I opened my mouth really little because I was scared. I was like, And he like throws the chocolate square in there. And I was like, oh, chocolate, cool. Start chewing. 5 minutes goes by and I'm like, I'm like literally like clearing my throat in the and I thought it was just because it got stuffy in hi-fi.
Oh my God.
It gets so hot and stuffy in the clubs. And so I was like, maybe I'm just like having a hard time breathing. I don't know. And then I go, can I see the chocolate bar, please? And he goes, oh, you want more? And I go, no, just the box. Pulls it out and I shine the light.
Oh my God.
And on the box it says peanut butter and jelly. I am allergic to peanuts. And so thank God it was just the flavoring because it wasn't like it wasn't like
oh my God. Your throat.
I'm tripping on shrooms in the middle of the club having an allergic reaction to peanuts and I'm like, this could either go one of two ways. I could either be like
I would have cried.
Completely fine and like convince myself that I'm not gonna die. Or I could die in hi-fi. Like, literally die from a chocolate bar in hi-fi. No, literally. Imagine
hi-fi or die-fi,
could you imagine if I died at hi-fi? I would literally haunt hi-fi. Like, I would be there as a ghost. Like,
oh my God.
I'm there on bingo nights. I'm there for bingo nights.
You'd be rigging it. So, you'd be making sure people lost.
Like tickling Eric Bernal while he's like announcing the numbers. But no, so I tell what happens and he goes, why? What's wrong? Are you okay? And I go, I'm allergic to nuts. I have never seen a man sober up quicker in my entire life. This man a second ago was like sobers the fuck up and looks at me and he goes, oh my God. He goes, please don't sue me. And then first of all, I start laughing because
please don't sue me.
He goes, please don't sue me. And then he starts texting. He puts every GM in Old Town, or he starts texting them separately. I can't remember, but I just remember he starts texting all the GMs in Old Town. Do you have an EpiPen? It's an emergency. He's like a second away from calling 911 because he thinks I'm about to like keel over and die.
Thank God it was flavoring.
No, I know it was literally flavoring.
It could have been.
It could have been
that situation.
Peanuts. And so I literally look at him. I go, give me $20, and he goes, what? And I go, give me $20. I'm gonna go buy Benadryl at the smoke shop. Like, I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna go get Benadryl. Yeah. I love it. Like walk over to the smoke shop so calmly because like if I was like actually about to die, I wouldn't be able to even like form words. So I was like, this is probably just a flavoring thing, and I just need Benadryl to get rid of like the taste of it or like the thing that's like confusing my brain. And I come back and I was like, yeah. And he goes, you should have sued him. And I was like,
you should have.
I was like, I should have sued him.
We should have sued you.
But no, it's okay.
We love you.
It's more of a funny story.
So what got you into, I guess, tattooing, since you don't want to be a singer anymore?
Oh, yeah. Singing failed. If you ever hear me sing, if you're ever...
Singing failed for me, too.
If you're ever fortunate enough to be sitting next to me in an Uber where there's, like, a really good song playing, I'm so sorry. Since singing didn't work out, I think I had seen like a video on like henna or like stick and pokes or something when I was in high school, and I like went on Amazon and was just like, I'm gonna get like a stick and poke kit. Like I just feel like it might be kind of fun. I've like always loved the idea of like tattoos and like being a tattoo artist and like getting tattoos, all that kind of stuff. And I like used my stick and poke kit on myself a bunch of times. So I actually have like, I was trying to do a smiley face on my hip.
Oh my gosh.
And it takes, if you've ever tried to stick and poke a tattoo, it takes goddamn forever. To get like the tiniest little thing.
I have one on my finger, but I only went over it once. It's still there, but
yeah. But it takes forever for you to get like, to do anything. It like takes
20, 30 minutes to fucking go over it once.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And so it took me, I was doing it on my hip and I was trying to do a smiley face and I was looking in the mirror while I was doing it I was standing there for an hour. My like, knees were locked.
Oh my gosh.
I was getting like, I didn't even do the smile part of the smiley face. There's just 2 dots on my hip. Like, in, like, 2 eyes. It took me, like, 2 hours to do those 2 dots. And so I was just like, fuck this.
So you're like, yes, I'm going to be a professional tattoo artist.
I was like, there's got to be a better way. And so I started like looking up if there were like tattoo machines like on Amazon and stuff. And then
oh my gosh,
I was
you're
like,
just fully like, let me tattoo myself.
well, I was like, this seems like a little bit much for me right now. So I was like, I'm gonna put it off, whatever. I'll get to it at some point. And so I just like kind of put it in the back of my head. Got a couple tattoos like in high school, college, and then I got into doing like lashes while I was at U of A.
Oh yes, yeah.
And the person
I think I hit you up whenever I was at U of A for lashes.
Did you?
Yeah, I did at one point, but then you said you were moving to Scottsdale.
Why don't like you know what's you want to know what's so funny? You know Avery Egbean?
Because I think
she works at Barstool. She used to go to U of A. Yeah, she went to U of A. We were in Vegas, literally like for the EEG trip that just happened, and I looked at her, and we had been like together all night. We were at dinner at Catch, and like we all like I'd been with her for hours, and I looked at her and I go, "Holy shit! I used to do your lashes, didn't I?" And she literally just starts like laughing so hard, and she's like, "Holy fuck, yeah!" And her friend was sitting in between us, and she just looks at the two of us, and she goes, "You guys like just realized this?" Like
I just
like when you do. She was like, "When you do someone's lashes,
because
don't you like
you did Laurel's, right?" Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I was Laurel's lash girl.
I love Laurel. Laurel watches this.
Yeah. I did Laurel's lashes.
I remember because she posted her, and that's why I hit you up.
Oh, yeah.
And then you ended up moving.
Yeah. But yeah, so I moved because the girl that
And you did them for a really good price.
Yeah, I did them.
$80 full set.
I did them really cheap.
It was you, but she rated
Wait, that's so sweet. Yeah. That's so like full circle. I love her. It was so funny too because like she would always just fill me in on like her tea because like she's what, like a year or two younger?
Yeah, she's a year.
Brought up her and I.
Yeah. I think I'm sure she's brought you guys up and I just
that's
never like
crazy.
even thought about it because like
just stories
Alyssa
when we're
and
just
like
getting her
yeah, your guys' names I feel like were very like there were probably like 3 or 4 of like,
she has the
Alyssa's,
cutest little voice. I love her.
I literally love her. But no, she would tell me all the tea about like what's going on in her life and like I'd tell her what's going on in mine and it was honestly the best. I miss her.
She's the best. I think she's
in San Diego.
Yeah, she's in San Diego. She needs to visit.
Oh yeah, she definitely does.
Where'd you continue like tattooing? Like how'd you
Oh, so
it's us getting off topic every time. We're like, oh wait, another story.
So I moved to Scottsdale because my friend Holly, she owns a studio, she owned a lash and brow studio at the time and she still owns it, but it's just not lashes and brows anymore. But she's like, come work for me. Like if you want to move up here, like come work for me. Like you can live with me for like a little bit, get your feet on the ground, like type of thing up here. And she taught me how to do brows, like permanent makeup. And so that's like tattooing. And I kind of like was like, have you ever thought about like doing like tattoos? And she was like, no, like I honestly no. And I go, and she was like, because in her head she thought that they were all like thick line tattoos still, and she's like, I don't want to do that. Like she's very like, if I show you her work,
I know,
like,
I can't wait for you to tattoo me.
No, yeah, it's gonna be so much fun.
Because I've been wanting a fine line tattoo for the longest time, and since I didn't get one from a certain person because I owed them an apparent $100 for their couch, I wanted to get it from you.
So she taught herself how to do tattoos. She's one of those people that's just like so good at everything she does. So it's like she taught herself and she taught herself really well, and then she taught me how to do tattoos like with a gun. And so she basically was like, I'll buy all the supplies here. This is how you do it. And she like had me take a bunch of models, and then it just
so sweet.
Yeah. So it was, and
do you still work there?
Yeah, I still work there, and everyone that we work with is like so fucking talented. It's crazy. Like it's like I wouldn't say
I know, but you have to be talented to be able to literally draw art on people.
I feel like the artistic aspect comes in from like I used to love doing like my makeup. And like I like, and
you did eyelashes.
Yeah, and like I appreciate like that kind of thing. So it's like I feel like it probably comes from there, but like I cannot draw to save my life. Like
is it like the sticker that is you like
it's like a stencil. Yeah. Okay. So like I like people who want to come in and get tattoos, like they'll send me a design, and then like I'll either draw over it and then create a stencil, or like if there's like one that's already kind of like looks like it would look like good on like the skin of the stencil. I just like print that out and like it works. It's honestly so much fun, and like you meet such cool people, and it's like I've done it a couple times where I'll get high before an appointment that's gonna take me a long time, and I just zone out and like I just do it.
That sounds so fun. You get
honestly,
to draw all day long.
It's so therapeutic. It's literally so therapeutic, and like people are just like they just sit there. They like don't get upset because it's a tattoo. They know it's gonna hurt. You should come learn. She teaches classes. My boss teaches classes.
I want to like learn everything. Like I want to do hair extensions.
We just decided we're gonna learn how to do hair extensions.
Yeah,
and you're gonna learn how to do tattoos.
So I already know how to do hair extensions, and I do them on myself.
I'm gonna learn how to do.
So me and her need to get certified, and then we were like, why don't we do it?
And you're gonna learn how to do tattoos, and then we're just gonna.
Just pop off.
And I'm gonna get a nice discount for
You're gonna be
Alyssa's gonna get it all
so
for
much
free.
Hair. You're gonna have like 4 rows of extensions
just for testing as a model.
No, we're in our like entrepreneur life or our
on our money making grind. But basically, what's funny about you that I actually do know is that me and you both got to the final round, I guess you could say, of Love Island, except you actually flew out to Fiji. I thought
you were gonna tell me that you were in Fiji the whole time, and I was gonna be like, maybe we were.
No. It was the year prior. So the year prior, I was supposed to be on, and since I was 22, like they really didn't want me because I was very young.
I didn't go on for.
But you were supposed to go on
this season.
This season.
Oh, okay.
But like me and you both went through the whole spiel and process.
That's crazy.
And we both had to deal with all of that, except mine was under a different producer, right?
Or like casting person?
No, I think like didn't they Love Island like switch up and like they just repurposed everything this season? Because first of all, it wasn't in Fiji. I think it was in California last season.
It was in California season 4. Season 5 was in Fiji.
So season 4, I think, was the one that I was getting casted for.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I only got casted for season 5 because season 4, I think I was still kind of like ugly.
No, I was just so young. And so they had me on and then they were like, we're just going to call you out. Yeah. And whenever you get the call, you have to fly out. Oh so God, that's like the point that I was on.
That would have been so fun.
So I was supposed to fly out there.
The California one was a really good season though.
Was it? I was supposed to fly out and then I never ended up doing it. I was in Vegas. They called me and it was kind of like.
You told me the story because you
were like, I was like, hi, I'm in Vegas for my birthday. And they were like, oh. Okay, well, we'll call you soon. And then, like, I never heard from them again. But I was supposed to do it again this year because they hit me up and they were like, hey. But I couldn't do the process again. Yeah. So let's talk about it because it was awful.
I
mean, maybe yours was more smooth, but.
Okay, so from what I remember, because my memory is literally god awful. Okay, so it was around, like, waste management I got reached out to on DMs.
Okay.
And I was like, I vaguely remember I was already watching like Love Island on my TV and then I got a message from like a casting director and it was like, have you ever thought about like applying? And I was like, funny story, my friends applied for me twice, like in the past, like when I was like, I think it was like right when I turned 21 and like one of my friends,
so funny.
One of my friends was like convinced that like I was
that
made for this show.
application's long.
I know, and I don't know how the fuck she did all my info, but I remembered because I had to send it in for something, and so she had all my info, and she input it into, like, the Love Island, like, application, so she applied for me, and she, like, texted me a screenshot that was like, your form has been submitted, and I was like, did you mean to send this to me? She goes, oh, I just applied for you to go on Love Island, and I was like,
I love that.
I was like, thanks, where'd you get my photos? And she goes, Instagram, and I was like,
your form's been submitted.
No, literally, and so,
you actually were made for it, though.
Like, do you think so? I don't feel like
whenever you said that you were going on, it felt like, okay, that's natural. Like, that's normal.
But here's my thing.
That seems, like, fitting.
When it comes to, like, the part where I feel like I'd actually have to, like, talk to the boys. Like, okay.
And be, like, sentimental. Yeah.
Well, because here's my thing. I am a bully when it comes to talking to certain guys.
People would have been roasting your comments. Like, you're so mean.
100%. 100%.
You're so mean to him.
Like, I was, like, super excited to go on because I'm like, wait, this is actually so fun. Like, they're flying me out to Fiji. Like, this is going to be, like, the best. And, like, I don't actually know how much of this I'm supposed to talk about or, like, allowed to.
Yeah, I don't know either. But it's okay because I'm never going to do it again.
Well, so I didn't have that bad of a process, if I'm being honest. It was just so goddamn long.
Yeah.
Because it was like February or January, and they messaged me, and then they kind of were like, okay, so like we're gonna have a Zoom call with you. We're gonna like, you know, do like the casting tape process. Like that stuff I feel like basically everyone knows about when it comes to that kind of And so I like was in contact with like one of the casting producers. We made my tape, and then I didn't hear from them for like 2 months, and I just kind of had forgotten about it. I was like I don't actually think I'm gonna go on this because I'm sure they're reaching out to everyone and their mothers, and it gets to the point where like they're just like, okay, like a next interview.
Yeah,
and
that's
like
how mine was. It was just like it kept furthering,
and
I was like,
it started to get to the point where they were like, oh, like the EPs want to meet you, and like I was like, what the fuck is an EP? And they were like, the executive producer.
I'm still friends with the girl.
But so she like films my audition tape, and then. Or no, I already said that part. Oh, so I'm meeting with the executive producers. I'm talking to like five 5 people like in a Zoom call, and I've never been so nervous because I felt like I was in the principal's
I know
office.
it feels so
like,
scary,
but they were
and
like,
nobody can react to you really. But
at the same time, they're like be normal, like just be yourself. And I'm like okay, strangers, like.
So I'm like laughing to myself on camera, like I'm being myself.
Literally. So they're just like, tell us. They're like trying to give me some icebreakers, and they're just like, oh, like tell us a funny story about like your dating life. Like, what's your dating life like? And I go, it's god awful. If I'm being so honest, I go, where I live, like it is slim fucking pickings and then some. Like it's no shade, no hate, whatever. Like love my guy friends, but like it's just not the it's like it's I think we just got voted like the least dateable city in like, the US. And so like the dating here is hard. And so I'm telling them a story about, because I had just gotten
and it's not us.
It's not us. I mean, it might be a little.
It actually is. It's some okay.
Some of it's us, but it's
never mind.
For the most part, it's
I had to take that back.
It's
like faces pop up in my head right when
I
said that. I was like, wait, it is.
Well, I used to be the kind of person who's like, it's not me, it's you. It's definitely not me. And then my friends started telling me it's kind of me.
Yeah, like it's you, and it might be a little bit you.
It might be a little bit me. And so I've kind of come to the terms with like, I'm like, I think everyone's a little bit trying to figure out how to date, and I just think that none of us know how the fuck to do it. But I'm telling the producers the story because I literally had just gotten back like earlier that weekend, like out of a date with like who I was talking about earlier, and I'm like telling them like how this date went and how it was kind of a shit show, and they were just like, they were all like eating that shit up, and I was like,
not me in the camera fixing my face.
So I'm like, am I gonna be the person on the show that is just like the whole United States is gonna be like, damn, this girl does not know how to date, like this or this girl's dating life is a shit show, because like that's all it was up until that point.
So they wanted me, like I could tell by their questions when they were asking me, the producers, them like the two guys, they kept very much so egging on like, are you toxic?
Yeah.
Are you the toxic one? Like, are you problematic? And then once like I admitted like, yeah, sometimes I am very problematic and I pop off, hence the name of the podcast. But I think like they wanted me to be the villain, because they told me up front I wasn't going to be the girl that gets flown out the first week. They wanted me to be the girl that home wrecks.
You were probably Casso more.
They'll spill a little bit whenever you like ask them.
Yeah, but so like my thing was like, I have this like deep seated fear of like people painting me as a home wrecker, because I have like a really, really, really sensitive history with that, where it's like I like was hooking up with this guy in high school, and I like knew he had a girlfriend, but like they had broken up. And he was a friend of mine, and he was like kind of venting to me, and then like one thing led to another, and then next thing I know, they're like back together, and I'm over here like, holy shit,
oh my
like
God,
did he cheat on me with her, like what, like all this stuff. And it was one of those like he said she said things where it's like I was hearing,
just awful.
He was straight up telling me that they were done. He was telling me that they like had like they'd broken up, they were never getting back together, all this stuff. And then I would find out from her or her friends that like they just got into a fight and they never broke up. When she found out, they were still dating and stuff, and so it was still the era, because do you guys remember where there was like an era where no one ever really like reached out to the girl and did like the hey girly text, like it was always the girl's fault, like even if it was the guy that you're dating who like cheated on you. So like for like my second semester of freshman year in college, I distinctly remember she like called me and like was crying and screaming and being like, I thought we were friends, like I can't believe you would do this to me. And I felt awful because like I had already been carrying that like burden for so long of like, holy shit, like did I actually like, was I a home wrecker? You didn't know if like
and you already felt horrible about it, but you didn't want to like.
And then on top of that, now she's and now she's just finding out, so she's now feeling all the emotions that like I was assuming she would have felt like when it first started.
Oh my gosh!
And so I was like, I felt terrible, and I literally it's crazy because this girl and I have the exact same birthday, same day, same year, same everything, and she and I actually were really close in high school, and so I felt horrible. And a year after she calls me, like after she found out, she calls me, or she texts me, and it's out of the blue, we haven't spoken, like all this stuff. She just goes, hey, like I know this is so random, and I hope I'm not like, you know, bothering you or anything, but I just wanted to apologize for like how I acted and like what I said to you last year, because she was like, I really should not have put it on you. Like you and I weren't in a relationship. Like you had no loyalty to me in that sense, because at the time, like we weren't friends. And so she was like, I was blaming you for something that was entirely his responsibility. And like I was like literally like, what the fuck is going on right now, first of all? But then it made me realize, I'm like, it's never too late to apologize for something, or like reach out to someone about something if like
agreed.
And like it was just crazy. But
that's so sweet that she reached out just to say like
100%.
It wasn't honestly your fault, it was his.
No, yeah.
Because at the time, like,
well, because she found
out
he was cheating on her with like 6 other girls.
Well, also that's with any girl. The first thing you're gonna do is like find the girl.
You're feeling so much anger. You're feeling so much anger.
Yeah.
Like I understood. I completely.
Especially when you're with the guy who you think like was being loyal.
Yes,
and then you're trying to understand like what girl is trying to ruin
because you're like,
it.
there's no way he'd do this to me, and like I couldn't imagine like feeling that shit and like just.
And then it happening. Like her finding out a year later, was she still with him?
No.
Oh, thank God.
They broke up. I think she finally like everyone kind of realized their worth when it came to him, just because it was like. It was high school, but that still fucks you up as a person. Like getting cheated on, it's like a traumatizing.
It doesn't matter when it like
like
happened, but it's just
like it's just like one of those.
It's not
things
fun. Like no,
it's a terrible thing. Like so I didn't want to be a homewrecker on the show. Like I basically told him like that was like my one thing. I'm like if you guys are trying to get me to come on as like someone that comes in and like wrecks a relationship, I cannot fly out there. I can't do it.
Here's my take. They only knew these people for a couple days.
Oh no, I'm comfortable with it now because it's for the purpose of the show. I get it.
Yeah,
but before you go through that whole process, like you know how it's like so nerve-wracking, like so it's just like it's kind of scary.
That process was hard because like I started talking to this guy like during it too, and then I was like, I don't actually want to fly out, and I don't know, it was very on and off with like wanting to go and then going. What do you think about the dating life in Scottsdale? Because you know more than I do. I mean, I moved out here like a year ago, but I'm still kind of hiding.
Realistically though, I don't, because my thing is like so when I turned 21, I went off the rails. I used to never drink, like even in college. Like we went to the same school, and like U of A is like a fat drinking school, and like I drank. I definitely drank, but like I didn't like enjoy it or like you know do it like to the point that I do now.
Yeah, I guess U of A, I was just doing it because everybody was.
Yes, like I would do it at parties and stuff, and like I hated vodka, but like tequila was just not a thing at U of A.
Yeah, I didn't like tequila. I only drank vodka then.
Like I started drinking tequila when I moved to Scottsdale.
Me too.
And like Casa Repo only. Like I can't do Clase. I can't do 1942. Like I don't care how expensive the bottle is. I can't do Clase. It tastes like cinnamon to me, and I don't know what it is.
The other day, and I gagged on it a little. I'm not gonna lie.
I love the bottle. I think the bottle is adorable. I think the Don Julio bottle is adorable. But like taste wise, I'm good with Casa Repo. Like Casa Repo.
Me too. I like Casa Repo. That's all I need.
But like tequila wasn't a
bottle
thing
of it
at U of A.
No, it was like vodka.
It was vodka cran, vodka. Like it was Fleshman's.
Yeah.
It was
Fleshman's
grape Fleshman
and mango
and
and
disgusting
cucumber.
But so like
every frat house smelled like
it didn't smell like Fleshman's. It smelled like warm Fleshman's. Like I'd been there for days. Like,
and then the guys would be like, "Do you want a drink?" Like, no.
And they
surprisingly not.
And they ran out, and when they run out of red Solo cups, they just start rinsing them. And I literally, when I watched the pledges do that, I was like, I am not drinking at this frat house ever again.
Guys trying to be like nice, and be like, "You want a drink?" No, I don't. Not out of your bucket with everybody sharing.
Dude, the
rooms
inside in the frat houses
bathrooms
were just like
to pee.
Dude,
I've seen so many things in those bathrooms. The frats.
I've seen a toilet mutilated in every kind of possible way.
I guess we could talk about the dating in U of A and Scottsdale because it's
let's
both
do that.
shit.
Let's do that. So there's got to be something in the air in Arizona that just like tells men that they have it just gives them audacity. I don't know what the fuck it is, but like
there's no better way to explain that.
No, because the funny thing is the ones with the biggest attitude are either short, secretly in the closet, or what's another one? I don't fucking know. Those are
ugly.
Yeah. So I mean, all the guys that are watching this are probably like,
we love some of you.
We love some of you. No, for sure.
But we're aiming towards certain people, and also some of you that we love are also lack dating, like being good at dating.
Yeah.
You guys could take advice.
Personally, so what I'm
not great at dating either, though. Don't say anything.
What I think it is, I don't think anyone is. I don't think I'm good at dating.
Like I could be for the right person, but like right now, like
that
I'm.
Part. It's just, what's the point of being good at dating for someone that's, it's just, anyways, I feel like the pipeline that goes from like being a student at U of A and then going into, or ASU, I will include ASU.
Yeah.
Like being a college student in the state of Arizona and then moving to Scottsdale has to be the world's worst pipeline of like just dating and like how you go about your life, because like when I tell people from California like back home, or like my friends that just don't live in Scottsdale, what a typical week in my life looks like, they don't understand how it's like Monday is my rest day because I went out on Sunday. Tuesday through Thursday, I work.
Have Sunday set aside to go out on the Lord's Day.
I do have Sunday set to go outside. Sunday
fun days are really
Sunday
fun.
fun day never misses. I will say.
And in Scottsdale, like That's one reason to move out here.
I will say that if you want to drink
on the Lord's Day,
if you want to drink at any day of the fucking week, move to Scottsdale, because the only day of the week that I've ever seen Old Town dead as fuck is Monday, or not even Monday, Tuesday. Because Monday, now there's Monsoon Mondays. So it's like, this is the city, I wouldn't say that never sleeps, but it's the city that never stops partying.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter if it's a holiday weekend or just a fucking random ass Thursday.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Go all out.
There is a holiday for every month. They will make
for every day.
They will make a holiday or an excuse for you to go out any
night of the week.
Taco Tuesday. They will force you to come and drink on Taco Tuesday. They will tell you that fucking fucked up Fridays is you have there's no nights that Old Town is like dead. And if it is, it's because there's something going on close by that everyone else is there for.
There's everything.
But so I would compare the dating life from U of A to Scottsdale as kind of just like, now it's like you're dating the exact same way but with adult money. So now you're just fucking people over, but you're taking them to Mastro's for dinner first. Like in Tucson, you're getting nachos, and that's about all you can get. Like you're getting a fucking cold pizza and a guy
Jimmy John's
and a guy like just like fucking letting you into his jank ass frat room. I don't even know, but like,
God bless.
Now you're living in, now it's Optima and like fucking like
now it's the penthouse at the W.
Now it's the penthouse at the W, and you're getting a bottle of Ace of Spades as like someone like flirting with you. The thing with Scottsdale and U of A that is all in common is everyone is most likely Eskimo sisters or Eskimo brothers with someone that they regularly see. Like the amount of girls that I just like am friends with that I know have like
gotten with the same
men or like what, but the thing is, it's like it's that's exactly how it was at U of A.
Yes.
Like a little bubble.
It's like a little bubble. Well, it's also because here's the thing about
But then I'm like, is every place like that? Because it's like, even whenever I lived in Pittsburgh.
I don't think so. Because
and in New York, like, no, I guess New York wasn't like that, but New York, like, the same people go out.
There's boroughs in New York. Scottsdale has Scottsdale. That's it.
Scottsdale only has Old Town, and that's it. And New York is a giant Manhattan.
I feel like
just streets.
Like, everyone knows everyone.
I feel like the thing with people in Scottsdale when they date is like, if you are someone that actively is a part of Scottsdale or goes to Scottsdale or like works in Scottsdale, all that kind of stuff, you don't really want to date outside of that, because anyone from even like an inch outside of Scottsdale is not going to understand Scottsdale or like how you live your life, or the fact that you're drinking at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday and you're just in a room full of other people who are also drinking at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday.
Yeah, Scottsdale's different.
Like, it is a bubble. So I feel like the thing about everyone fucking everyone, it just kind of comes with the territory of it being like 3 square miles of the same people. And so it's kind of, you're kind of bound to get like recycled.
I will say though, it's so weird because my U of A friends are so completely different than my Scottsdale ones. I hang out with such different people, and like,
but they're not from here, that's why.
Yeah.
So like the thing with Scottsdale right now, I have to say, is like, I think most of the people are either from California or from Arizona.
Yeah.
Like there's obviously gonna be a couple of them in there that are from like Miami or fucking Texas, or like, you know, these like random ass places, or the East Coast. But it's like a large majority of the people that are in Scottsdale were either born and raised here or are from like LA.
What part? Or you're from LA, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're from.
I didn't realize how many people from LA are like in Scottsdale.
Yeah, they are.
Like, it's a
There's
lot.
So
it's
many.
A lot of them. But like, it's like LA and Scottsdale are so interchangeable. I feel like if you like LA, you'll like Scottsdale. If you like Scottsdale, you'll like LA. I'm not saying you'll choose to
My
live
mom
in
always said that. It's like Scottsdale's the mini version of LA.
Yeah,
like,
it's the mini version of LA with like just
less traffic.
Important people.
Yeah, less important people, less traffic.
Like,
but Drake might move here.
And so that will make this place a little bit more important. No, but honestly,
Champagne Poppy's coming.
He is. I want to know his take on Scottsdale, truly. Like, I want to know.
He said.
Well, I know,
but
I
love Scottsdale.
No, but I want to know his take on Scottsdale once he's lived here.
Yeah.
Not like once he's visited.
Because he's going to be like. Because
you can visit Scottsdale. Like, the bachelor and bachelorette parties that come here, they swear to God it's the best place on earth. And they eat that shit up. I've seen so many, like soon-to-be brides, like, flashing people in Old Town. Like, people go wild here. It's absolutely nuts. I've never seen, debauchery like I've seen in Scottsdale.
But I think it's because of the fact that Scottsdale, like, since coming from an East Coast point of view, my mom always told me, like, Scottsdale's like a mini LA, like, but it's cleaner, like, it's so beautiful.
It is
like,
cleaner.
All this stuff.
I will, comparing LA to Scottsdale, I will say it's It's kind of like if you were to, it's like if you plucked out a little bit of Calabasas and put it in Arizona. I think that's the best way I can describe it, because it's so, like, it feels very, like, gated community no matter where you're in Scottsdale.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
I think that also Scottsdale's, like, very confined, so...
It is. Like, they're also super strict here, because they did this in my hometown in California, where if there's a homeless person in the city limits, the cops will go and, like, not remove them, but like tell them to go somewhere else, because like
we're in LA. It's just
LA. It's literally the land of the homeless. It's so sad.
Yeah,
like every time I go home, it just gets like
it gets worse.
Skid Row gets bigger and bigger.
Like the other day was so sad.
It's so depressing.
It's like, huge right now.
Yeah,
like so bad.
Yeah.
Like no. I'm trying to think what I was about to say though. It was something about dating in Scottsdale. Or Scottsdale versus LA, because I just know that LA is like it's so large, so people know what they're doing because everybody's going out to the same places and stuff. I get that, and if you're in like the certain crowd where you're a part of the dating scene, everybody's a part of like certain groups in LA and cliques, but
yes,
I feel like here is just one big one.
Yes, like I feel like here it's okay. You know what
But it is really fun to visit, like from a Pittsburgh point of view. That's what I was saying.
Yes.
Like my mom always just painted it as like a perfect little area, and then moving here, I was like, I didn't realize how like out of pocket people are here.
This is the land of people who, like, if there was just someone who would bring a mic out with them to Old Town for one night and just randomly like pop it into people's conversations, the amount of out of pocket shit that comes out of Scottsdale, like if these people were like trying to like become
Be
president
Jersey
or
Shore
something or whatever,
part 2.0.
Oh yeah, no, the stuff that's set out here is absolutely foul. Like people out here, just once they get to Scottsdale, just start acting a fool. I don't know what it is.
I've had a man literally come up to me. I'm not gonna say his name, obviously. But he's on Instagram. Like, I'm not even gonna say anything about him. This man comes up to me at the club. I never spoke to him in his life. He thinks pulling me is gonna be by saying these words. Come here, baby. I want to lick your later. Yeah, he was like, baby, please, like I want to lick your later, like let me.
Oh, you know what I think we should like say like the most outlandish ways we've gotten hit on in Old Town.
Yeah, so let's talk about the most outlandish ways then, because that was one of mine. I was definitely like,
that's actually absurd. Like if a man came up
and he wouldn't stop either. He was like, baby, come back that thing up on me. And I was like, no, I'm like gonna go over to another
Here's
table.
the funny thing about like I think seeing the groups that come into Scottsdale that you know for sure are not from Scottsdale, like they're out of towners or whatever. They buy a bottle, they get a table at like whatever club of their choice, and they think it makes them have like an Eiffel Tower sized penis or something, and that they can just talk to you or whatever. And mind you, like the people who actually work in the venues get it way worse than like I feel like the girls that are just like there to be there.
Yeah.
And but like
their Grey Goose bottle is something.
They think their Kettle One is just blowing me out the park.
I have had it. I've watched. You guys know this client too, but I have watched someone fully kick off a girl from his table because she wouldn't let him touch her ass. I have 2 stories, so brace yourselves. The first one is I'm at Maya in broad fucking daylight, and this was like Maya's first weekend with the pool, like this year.
Oh, I'm scared.
And he's just like. First of all, he has a girl with him that he apparently flew out from Miami.
They're probably dating too. No, getting married soon.
No, seriously. I wonder how many bags he bought her. But he looks me dead in my eyes and goes, I want to fuck you so bad, but you wouldn't be able to handle this dick. And I literally tell you, I've never been. I can talk for days on end. I did not have a single word to respond to that with. I literally just looked at him and I started laughing. Like I honestly, like I was baffled for a second, and I was just like, there's no way he just said this to me. Mm-mm. We're in broad daylight at Maya. Like, not that it being dark would have anything to do with it, but it was broad daylight. There were hella people at the table, and like I'm standing there and I'm like,
that man literally told me, like, whenever I told him,
I'm
talking to my ex again. What more can't your ex can't give you what I can?
So this man is just like telling me in broad fucking daylight in front of like a handful of people that like are like close friends of mine, and he's just like you couldn't handle this penis, and I'm like I think I can handle 2 inches. Like, I think that sounds doable to me.
I'd be able to do that, yeah.
He's steady trying to convince me that his dick is, like, fucking
20 inches.
Like just the biggest thing to ever exist. And I'm just, like, I'm so uncomfortable. And so I, like, scoot on over somewhere else because I'm just like, I don't want to be talking to this person. I don't want to talk to you about this.
I am always uncomfortable around him.
I think, 100%. And his voice just kills me. I can't listen to him talk. Anyways, my second story about this guy is I am sitting in one of the booths or like one of the tables after the bar / club has like closed down. The lights are all on and everyone's like kind of like cleaning, trying to get out of there. And I'm just waiting for an Uber with my friends. And I see one of the girls that works at the venue run past our booth. Literally like 5 seconds after her is that man chasing her. And when I tell you in the most slow motion run you've ever seen, like
chasing her,
just trying to chase her, like trying to catch.
You had to add the trying.
When I wish I could just like put my like the video of it in my head and onto like a big screen because it was the most comical thing I've ever seen. And like only because I've never seen anyone get chased before in my entire life. Like as an adult I've never seen anyone get chased.
It's like when people are like, I wish you would chase after me. No. And then it's him and you're like, I never mind. I'm never gonna say that again to the universe.
It was honestly like a horrifying experience. It was really hard to watch.
Me and Alyssa have seen on a Monday night, these 2 guys came in. It was the funniest night of our life because these 2 guys come in already obliterated, like so hammered. I had no idea what they did beforehand, but they were like, what can we get tonight? And we were like, oh, you can get a table, like go ahead. Yeah. They ended up spending like $15,000 that night, the 2 of them.
That's crazy.
The one at the end wasn't leaving. I go, somebody needs to get him. He's behind me. If I was on the couch right now crawling on all fours, that's what he was doing on the club booth. He was crawling, but slow, like very slow, trying to make it to the end. And I've never seen that crawl, like a baby crawled faster than him. And the security guards had to drive him home. He was waiting at the club till like 3:30 in the morning.
I wish. Did you guys ever get added to that like mass snap, like not group chat, but it was like a story, like a big snap story for U of A? It was like a community story, or it was like a community or whatever. I remember this because I got added to it randomly and I just joined it.
I remember seeing it. Yes.
But like, so people, like anyone could add to the story. And so like people would like put up like the most funny videos of people getting fucked up at a party or like whatever. And it's like, no one really knew who anyone was unless your friend posted on the community or whatever. But so like you would just see like videos on videos of people like falling down the stairs or like getting like throwing, like
I was scared.
It was crazy. But so I was talking to one of my friends about how like if Scottsdale had one of those like happen where like it was just like a massive snap community and everyone just like throws in stuff, which I feel like that's what like time lapse is right now, or like not time lapse but lapse.
Time lapse.
But like
I don't know how to use it still. I'm still getting my hands.
I don't know how to use it. I don't know how everyone's using it so fast. Like I don't like it's
you just literally take out the app and you just take a photo of whatever you're doing.
Yeah, but how are people seeing? But I haven't seen people's posts.
I've been getting friend requests.
I don't know. Yeah,
I've been getting
I've
been getting friend requests from the most random people, like people who I don't know at all, like no mutuals. Like I look at their face and
it's just too much for me. I feel like it's a Be Real part 2 right now.
Yes, and I never got on to Be Real because I was just like, I don't really want to have to show people what I'm doing.
I like doing like
Instagram stories.
That's
like close friends.
Issue.
I'm an avid close friends user.
Too.
I love close friends.
I like close friends. I think yeah, I am.
Okay. Are you online?
I think I definitely am. I've seen your close friends.
I'm gonna double check because I just found out that 3 of my really close friends haven't been on my close friends.
I know I suck at updating my close friends, like to be honest. But honestly,
I tried it out, but
I tried Threads too, and I don't have it
because it's Twitter basically.
Yeah, I don't use Twitter. I don't have one.
Because whenever I think of something funny and then I type it out, I don't think it's funny anymore once I type it out.
Because then I like know someone's gonna clown me.
Yeah.
Do you remember that app at U of A though? People would post about people.
Yeah.
Dude, Yik was
people were posting out of pocket comments about me. I was about to find whoever it was and
I felt so
pop
bad.
them.
I felt so bad for this girl. There was a post about her on Yik Yak that was just talking about how bad her pussy smelled, and I was like, "That's fucking."
I feel like I've seen this post.
I think I know who the post was about.
Foul.
I'm not gonna lie. I think we all know actually who it was about.
Do we?
I feel like
Are we thinking of the same person though? Because I feel like
we
I think
would.
there's a lot of stinky
yeah.
girls that you would
I know, but I know like a post about somebody, but we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later.
Well, that's it, guys, because me and Gwen went on a whole tangent about Love Island and dating in Scottsdale.
I can't wait to watch this back
freaking
and have
everything.
none of those stories be finished though. Like,
yeah, we did smoke before, so it was kind of like a little smoke sesh,
Yeah.
like talk, chit chat.
I feel like it was good because honestly, it was
fun.
That was-
And it
that
was
was a lot of
long.
fun.
We did a lot. We did
her
a
camera battery
long.
died. Like it was that good.
Yeah, my camera battery literally died. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching.
Thanks for having me.
And Gwen will be back soon. We promise.